Are you looking for a medical coding job but you don't know where to start? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the best ways to look for your first medical coding job in 2023. Hey there, I'm Victoria. I'm a medical coder, auditor, educator, and content creator. And on my channel, I provide tips, tricks, and tutorials to help you be successful in a medical coding career. If you haven't already, I highly encourage you to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get alerts when I post new episodes. And I know that finding that first job in the medical coding industry can be tough. And that's why in this video, I'm going to be showing you all of my best tips and tricks to help you land that job, including those very coveted work from home positions. Now, if you're just starting out or you're someone who's more experienced and you're looking for a new opportunity, stay tuned because I'm going to give you some amazing resources. Now, of course, in order to give yourself the best opportunity to find a job in medical coding is to have some experience through like an internship or an externship program. If you go through the program that I recommend, which is Preppy, and you can find out more about it at my Medical Coding Masterclass at medicalcodingmasterclass.com, they will offer you an externship. And not like a mock module where you kind of pretend and it's just through like a real externship. A lot of programs don't offer that, but you can check out AAPC's Project Extern. I'll link it below, and you can see if they have any externship sites near you. So one of the first and most popular resources you can use to find a medical coding job is Indeed.com. One of the things I love about Indeed.com is in that location bar, you can actually type remote and it will help find work from home opportunities for you. Now, when you're searching for a job, you're probably going to be tempted to search in that search bar medical coder or medical coding or even CPC for certified professional coder, like put in your credentials. But a good tip to expand your search beyond jobs that might just be titled medical coder is to just search in there, for example, ICD-10-CM, because that way it'll pull up all of the jobs that have that in description. So some of them might not be necessarily medical coding jobs, but they're looking for someone that has that skill set. They're looking for someone who is familiar with ICD-10-CM with that position. So maybe it might not be a medical coding position, but you'll still get to use your skill sets. You'll still get to use that towards maybe your apprenticeship status removal as your experience. So Indeed.com is really that great first resource to go to. Now, I used to tell coders to go to codersdirect.com, but that website actually was sold. I think someone might have purchased it that is currently transitioning it and is going to move it back into being a job search website. But as it stands right now, it's still kind of defunct, but it might come back in the future. Now, the next resource to find that first medical coding job is networking. And one of the great things about being in this industry versus others is that if you are certified with AAPC or AHIMA, they're going to have local chapters, local organizations for you to network at. The AAPC especially is very big on local chapters, and since some of the COVID restrictions have released a little bit, we're starting to see an emergence of more in-person events, and those are the greatest places that you can network with other coders and healthcare professionals. Some of the chapters will even share things like job openings. They make that part of the meeting, like, hey, everyone, welcome to the meeting. Here's our speaker. Here's our next event. And oh yeah, does anyone know of any job openings? So it's a great place to go to kind of get in and get a feel. And if you're looking for a job and you're networking, you can put that into the conversation. I suggest sort of a subtle approach, sort of like this. Hey there, this is my first meeting and I'm really excited about this topic. Oh, that's great. Did you just get certified? Yeah, I went through Preppy and then I finished my externship and I just passed my CPC. That's awesome. So are you a certified coder? Where do you work? Oh, I work for Advent Health. Oh, that's cool. Do you like it there? Yeah, it's pretty good. I like what I do and my coworkers are pretty nice. Oh, nice. Do they have any openings? Not right now, but I think Kate said that her job is hiring right now. Kate? Yeah? Are you still hiring for coders? Yeah, we just took on a whole new specialty and we need 3 new coders. Oh, well, this is Mary. She just got certified and she needs a job. You can also try to network with your local business associations, even if you have local women's groups. You'd be surprised who you'll find. They often say, and it's absolutely true, it's not often what you know, it's who you know. But local chapters are a fantastic resource. Oh, and some of them have Facebook groups or Facebook pages where they'll post job listings as well, which segues us to our next suggestion, which is Facebook. Take advantage of all of those groups that are out there in the social media universe. There are plenty of groups out there that have dedicated professionals that are there to assist you, or they just have specific topics, certain specialties. There's even groups like Jobs for American Medical Coders where you can find jobs that are for coders within the United States that are based in the United States. For example, I belong to some groups that are about risk adjustment, and we have recruiters that are in there. And whenever they have job openings for risk adjustment positions, they will post them in the group. So while maybe you don't want to circle the drain of some of the drama that's going on in these groups, you do want to keep an eye on them for some of those types of opportunities. My next suggestion is to go directly to these hospital, healthcare organizations, or even insurance carrier websites. Sometimes they have enough candidates that are applying directly through the website that they don't waste their time and resources to post it in other outlets. You may have to search around a little bit because I have seen them categorize them differently. I've seen sometimes coders get categorized under allied health or administrative support or business. I have seen some healthcare organizations though that do have like a billing section where they have all their biller coder revenue cycle related positions posted. In some organizations, the searches aren't always super job friendly, so you might have to search a handful of different ways, like searching for medical coder, then searching for CPC, or searching for ICD-10 CM, or even billing, sometimes or revenue. Sometimes they just put them in odd categories. The other thing you can do is try 1099 or contract work. I have a whole video that discusses the pros and cons of a 1099 versus a W-2. But with 1099s, oftentimes you don't get those benefits of being a full-time employee. You might not get paid time off, or you might not get health insurance. But sometimes because they're not giving you those benefits, you do get a higher pay. So maybe if you're getting health insurance through a spouse or significant other, that's not a make or break situation for you. So you can check websites like codehealth.com, KODEHEALTH.com, code with a K. Right now that's just open to US based coders, so if you try to open that website in another country, it probably won't load. But you can also check Fiverr.com or Upwork.com and post your services there, or even if you're interested in maybe tutoring others to help them prepare for their certification exams, you could try Wyzant.com, WYZANT, or tutors.com and offer services there as well. But first, let's start with that profile. You want to have a nice professional picture for your profile. It doesn't necessarily have to be a glamour shot or a professional headshot, but just something that you didn't put, Snapchat filters that you have cat ears, or, you've got a drink in your hand. It can be just a nice selfie on a plain background so that they can see that you're just a professional, real individual. Make sure it's updated with your most recent employers, a copy of your most recent resume. Include any achievements that you've received in the past, as well as your amazing and outstanding skills. And as you're building your network, make sure that you're connecting with recruiters or managers in some of those big healthcare organizations that are hiring a lot. Places like Coro Health, Optum 360, the Coding Network, United Health Group, CSI, Cigna, Change Healthcare, and places like Imagine Solutions. Oftentimes, once you're connected with those recruiters, they're going to post their openings that they have available, and then that will show up in your news feed. You also want to make sure that you're showing up in other people's news feeds by liking certain posts or commenting on them, making meaningful responses to the content that's already out there, or creating your own content for the LinkedIn platform. So now back to the job search. So you can use LinkedIn like Indeed.com to search for jobs. But one of the cool features that they have on LinkedIn is that you can actually filter and then narrow down those jobs by ones that are entry level. So if you're someone looking to score your very first medical coding job, you can filter down to those positions. I've had people in the past tell me that if they search for example, CPCA, which is the Certified Professional Coder Apprentice, because they don't have that 2 years experience or the equivalent, what'll happen is if they type in CPCA in the search bar, it'll pull up some of those positions that say, we will not accept CPCAs. So if you go into LinkedIn and then just do the filter and then narrow it by those positions that are entry level, it will bring you true entry level positions. I'm not going to touch too much on resumes, but make sure that you keep it updated and that it looks professional. 1 to 2 pages at most. And when your name appears at the very, very top, your credentials should be right next to it. It shouldn't say Mary Smith and then down here it says, Certified Professional Coder AAPC. It should say Mary Smith, CPC. I have a video with resources on how to do your resume yourself, but you can also go to great websites like projectresume.net or even Sarah Reagan at the Caffeinated Career Creations, and they will be able to put together a great medical coding resume for you. I have those linked below as well. And while you're doing your job search, don't forget to work on your interview skills. Make sure that you're planning out your responses to those frequently asked questions like, why do you want to work here? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are your career goals? And I also want to add in, don't be afraid to switch jobs, because there is not quite the stigma on job hopping that there used to be. Oftentimes you will not get as big of a salary increase staying at your job as you would from switching from one company to another. So go out there, get that new job, get that bag. So you want to work in medical coding. It is a great career, lots of growth opportunities, and there's definitely some wonderful resources that you can use to find a medical coding job in 2023. Of course, the best way to prepare for the 2023 job market is to get ready now. So if you are looking for training in medical coding, go to medicalcodingmasterclass.com and find out more about the Preppy program. It is perfect. Prepare for the CPC certification, get that externship. Work on your resume, work on your interview skills, and make sure that you stay connected with your local chapters, your local associations, even virtually through things like Facebook groups, and network with other professionals in the industry. And most importantly, keep learning. The healthcare field is always evolving, so it's important that you stay on top of all of those awesome changes. You definitely have to stay ahead of the curve. So, are you excited about finding a new or first medical coding job in 2023? Definitely let me know in the comments below, because I am surely excited for you. I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, just keep on coding on.